Techo2 is excited to showcase their submission to the DevPost EAT School Lunch UX Challenge. As leaders in the development of social tools, we feel we're able to apply what we know and love about social to the task of recreating a valuable tool for accurately and effectively capturing USDA data. This is the first portion of the application, which is applicant information. I've already filled this portion out. So you'll see anything with a red asterisk means it's a required field and you can't move forward without adding that in. You'll see on the right-hand side we have a bit of a tip or help area, which further explains portions of the application so that the user is well versed in everything that we're asking for. We have mouse over implementation here as well, so as soon as I hit the mouse over on Snap, I'm able to understand more about Snap, and same for any portion over here on the left-hand side. So you'll see that as I click continue, you'll see that the application has been built using a single page design. This eliminates the need for the user to go through multiple page navigations. So each section is introduced, for example, the applicant information and now the child information, and the user is ready to input that section, which takes the overwhelming nature out of the equation. So I'll enter in two children, I'll enter in their name, if they're a student, the child category, which we clearly explain here as well. Additionally, we have some user experience notes for the children portion, which means that I'm able to delete this child if I wish to take my children implication for down from 2 to 1. I can delete this child altogether. Here I'm able to disclose my child income on a weekly basis if I wish. I'm also able to report on a bi-weekly, twice monthly, and monthly basis, whatever I choose. I'm going to enter in my second child. The child income as well. Click continue to be taken to the household information. I'm going to enter in for one household. So here I have 4 different options for earnings. I can do earnings from work, earnings from assistance, and earnings for other. Again, I'm able to decide how I would wish to report that so that we can reduce error altogether when somebody perhaps gets paid on a bi-weekly basis and an application is asking for a monthly reporting. So I can do that on a weekly basis however I wish. I'm going to do some earnings from assistance and earnings from other. And again, that's on the household level. So I'll click continue and I'll load the last portion of the application, which is the general information. Again, this is optional. We make that clear up here on the label and on your right-hand side help area. Total household members is already input. I'm able to provide my SSN and the date is automatically generated. So here I'll hit submit, which allows me to go to the review process. So I'm able to review my application before I actually go through with the submission. This is going to greatly reduce the errors that are possible within an application. So once I review and perhaps decide that something is a bit wrong, I'd like to re-enter some income or I have spelling mistakes, I'm able to go in here in the continue editing portion and make that change. So I'm going to say that everything in this application is correct. I've decided not to disclose my SSN number and everything else is perfect. So I'm going to give the checkbox that everything's correct. I'm going to enter in my verification code. So, and I'm going to submit. And I get to the thank you submission page. So that's all.